All right, so I've been seeing quite a few videos where people say Derrick Jackson is a fraud. Now, I actually came across this video where she agrees with him, and I don't completely disagree, but I do think there's the same as he does in this video, a few maybe overstatements, if I'm using that correctly. Before I get into it, I will say he has like 500 videos. I've only seen like 4, maybe 5. So no, I don't know his whole agenda, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. Just to throw that out there so y'all don't kill me in the comments like I get any.
I'm on the way, and as soon as I get there, I'm jumping out the truck because I'm hungry. Okay, let's start off with Derrick Jackson being a fraud. Okay, he's selling dreams. And the stuff that he's saying, he just playing on women emotions, and he's selling just these false hopes for women. Okay, here's the thing.
All right, so just based on that premise to start, from the videos I've seen, the reason I think that people who say he's selling dreams and selling hope is because, as I stated in actually one video that I did critique of his, is he uses a lot, he takes the stance of the complete opposite of the people who bash women, who bash single moms. And so exactly like theirs is where they make it seem like every single mom is a certain thing. He make it seem like every single mom is the exact opposite when you watch his videos. So sometimes I can imagine when you listen to him, it's like, are you serious? They do no wrong? Sometimes that's how it sounds.
Y'all know I am very unbiased. And my biggest question with any situation is it true? If it's true, then I'm like, we don't have anything to say. But if it's not true, then we could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Well,
it can be true in some cases and not true in others. So you know, you can say, oh, like all single moms hang out at clubs all the time and don't take care of the kids. Depending on the situation you're in, the neighborhood you're in, that's all you see of single moms. But if you grow up with a single mom and she does her damn thing, she does her shit, you're going to have the exact opposite. You're going to think single moms take care of all their business.
I listen to Derrick Jackson's stuff. I have heard him loud and clear, and even a couple of times I have had a different opinion, or you know what I mean? Or we were just kind of like not seeing eye to eye on some stuff. Hey, Jew. So the whole gist of his message is for men to grow up. Okay, he'll put a message out there and he'll say something and it might step on some toes. Matter of fact, I know it steps on toes because he's telling men it's time for you to man up. It's time for you to stop playing.
Well, and the thing is, in the videos I've seen, he's not just telling men to grow up. It comes off as, man, y'all ain't shit. So when you're a man and you watch, it's like the same on Twitter where they say the quote, men are trash. You have people saying, oh, if you're offended by it, then that means you're trash. No. The word men in the phrase men are trash gets men's attention, and then when they see are trash, you think people are talking about you. I'm pretty sure if she walked past something that said black, I'm assuming she's black, she may be African or whatever, but black women are angry. If she heard that, I'm pretty sure she'd stop and go, let me tell. I'm pretty sure it'd get a rouse out of her attention. So it's not just it steps on my toes and I feel like I'm a little boy. It's I hear you saying something and it sounds like you're trying to say men are a certain negative thing.
Boy games, you acting like a little boy. He's basically saying he had one on child support where everybody went crazy on him, where he was saying, you really think that little $200 to $400 is like putting her on easy street? It's really not. Like, guys who usually think that little $200 to $400 is supporting her lifestyle have no idea what it costs to raise a kid. And I say that because I don't have child support. I don't do that. So yeah, an extra $200 to $400 would really help me out. Not for my own personal stuff, but for everything else. For one thing, guys don't understand that children have growth spurts. I could have just bought my child.
Okay, before she goes further, the reason people have now, I'll agree. If you are raising your kid and you have no help but the child support, then yes, you have an absolute right to say the $200 ain't shit while you complaining. When people rebuttal this, they're talking about the women that they've seen not only get child support, but they're in housing, they're on food stamps, they're on this, they're on that, they're on every damn thing possible, and they're talking about the mothers who really don't do anything. They're talking about the mothers who sit up on their ass and try to collect every possible outlet imaginable, as opposed to getting up and getting a job. There are, just like there are single mothers again who take care of their business. There are a lot of them who are petty, who don't give a child the dad a chance to actually take care of it without being first put on child support. Because from what I don't have kids, so I don't know how it works exactly. But from what I've seen, you don't really need a reason to put a man on child support other than I want to. And I've seen videos where people cover it, and it's set up in a way in which if he's broke and he can't support two different household or a household and a half, because that's kind of what you have to do. You have to go do it because you're not going to have any money to cover, medical. I watched a page called Kendra D, and she brought up a medical example where in order for her to get Medicaid, she had to put him on child support. So in some cases, yes, we get it. But when we backlash that, is because we're talking about the women who don't actually even put any effort into not needing assistance and all that stuff, and just try to go down easy street. If there is a way to go down easy street, those are the ones we're talking about, not the ones who take care of their business.
An entire wardrobe in November, but by January, February, she is completely out of that wardrobe. Do you understand what I'm saying? And wardrobes are not cheap, FYI. And when I say wardrobe, I'm including the shoes too. Okay?
All right, so this is, as far as child support go, this is one criticism I have of a lot of parents, but as a man speaking on mothers. Women don't like to buy Payless or hand-me-downs even for growing kids. So from my standpoint, if I have a lot of relatives who still have their children's clothes from earlier years, I would simply go the free route and dress my kid. But as this is one part of child support, why we bitch about it is you don't have any control over it. So this created expense that she has, whereas I bought a new outfit, a new this. It probably, not saying it could have for sure, but it probably could have been inexpensive as opposed to expensive. So stretch the money out if we're both broke.
Women get in that car with that kid and take that kid to school every day. That's gas money.
Your gas, your rent is I'm sorry, it's not my expense. If you want me to foot that expense, you want to come out with that expense, give me the kid. It's that simple. Give me the kid. But this ain't that video. I'm ranting right now.
You see what I'm saying? It's sad that I have to break that down to you, because if you're a grown man, I would think that y'all would know this stuff, like what it takes. But apparently you don't. Because when Derrick Jackson says it, y'all get all upset at that man. When he said paying 50-50 in the household, he's saying, number one, he don't believe in it because he is raised that the man should take care of the household. Okay, that's how he's raised. If you want your woman to pay 50-50 on all the bills, sorry, your roommates, to pay 50-50 on all the bills, then that's your thing. But you can't get crazy when that woman is going head to head bucking at you because she got a difference of opinion and she need to stay in a woman's place. Well, technically speaking, a woman's place is to sit there while you provide and protect for your family. That's
all right. She said bucking at you, so I'll address that first, because I'm going to address that first. That's the problem, right? Whether you're 50-50 or otherwise, there's a way to address your spouse. A lot of women don't address. There's a lot of people actually don't address their problems properly. That's just what that is. And 50-50, let's be honest, to be cliche about it, dollar don't go as far as it used to. So the job I have now, I could have supported, maybe a family of 3 or 4. But now it barely, if I'm not paying rent and I have my shit paid off, it'll support a family of 3. You understand? And 50-50, let's talk about, I'll give you an example of a situation I had on Twitter. Let's say I can foot everything, all the bills, everything. The question is then, okay, if she has a job, what are we doing with her check? And a response I got was a serious response because she blocked me after when I asked, really? She said, what does it matter? Well, if I'm footing the bill for taking care of everything, are we saving yours? Are we putting it to good use, or are you going out and doing what you want with it? Because that's a common problem now. It's, well, if I do foot everything, you're just going to be a brat and I get to go and just enjoy mine. Can I enjoy something too? That's where that a problem comes about. And I'm sure you probably just misworded this, but if you have a guy going out making all the money and you're at home, you're not just sitting there. You have a job at home too.
That's what a woman's role is, but when he says it, apparently he's wrong and he's bashing y'all.
Because he does. The way he words it, he kind of does in the videos I've saw. Again, I've only seen 4, 5, but he kind of does.
Now here's the thing. If he lied in any of his stuff, I would be the first one to be like, Negro, you need to stop because you are tripping. You are launching right now. But the fact that he's saying stuff and it's not far-fetched, it's not something that doesn't make sense, I'm trying to figure out where all the backlash from men coming from.
Remember when Steve Harvey first dropped his book and people had the exact same reaction to him? He wasn't saying anything far-fetched. He was just catering it, kind of leaning it towards women. So it registered with them. And it didn't register with men in a positive way because he leaned it, catered it towards women. And it seems like that's the same thing Derrick Jackson does. Derrick Jackson, damn it. The guy you're talking about does. Steve Harvey, the 90-day rule. The fucking, the don't be a chirp girl. The way he articulated all of his dating points, all of his seeking out a spouse points, Steve Harvey catered it to women, obviously. And we get the same vibe from Derrick. It's not that he just says anything that's wrong, like make sure a man does this for you, make sure a man is actually for you and not wasting your time. That is a valid point. But it seems like the examples he gives seem to be, and he's going to try this because he ain't shit. That's how it seems when you hear him speak. That's why the backlash.
I'm sorry, not men, because I've seen men that said, I don't even know this dude, but I done looked him up and he's right. Like, that's what men do. The only ones who are upset and in their feelings are the toes that he stepped on. And if he stepped on your toes, let me tell you something that you might not already know. You a little boy. And that's...
Me disagreeing with him slightly, or me disagreeing with the way he articulates his points, does not make me a little boy. It doesn't. It means we disagree. There could be somebody who I'm sure there are men who disagree because I've seen the videos. Now, they say that they're good men. That's debatable. But one thing, that's the reason that Derrick gets backlash, nobody knows anything about him. Not really. Women take his word, they hear it, and they run with it. They don't bother finding out if he's really about that word. They just take it and they run with it. That's another part of the problem. So, I'm like I was saying, I'm pretty sure there's good men who still disagree with the way he portrays other men.
All I got to say about that, because I'm big on being fair, okay? And only little boys get mad when somebody says something like, you actually need to step up and be a man. You actually need to not, if you want a woman, you're not going to play games with a woman. That's kind of common sense. But as soon as he says it, it's a problem. He ain't selling dreams. He just being real. And y'all just can't stand the fact that a man is actually being real. But let me ask you this before I hop off this subject. Ain't that the same thing that you tell your sisters and your cousins and your daughters? This stuff that Derrick Jackson is preaching, ain't that what you telling your homegirls that you care about? Ain't that what you telling your sisters? Ain't that what you telling your female cousins? Ain't that what you telling your nieces? Ain't that what you telling your children? So until you can...
Well, I tell them in a way that is totally different from what I've seen and heard Derrick Jackson tell them. Yes, I would tell them, make sure you got a solid guy. Yes, I tell them, make sure you got a guy that has the same idea as yours, and that you both can operate in a proper manner, raise kids in a proper manner. Yes, I tell them that. I wouldn't tell them that, hey, that guy, he ain't shit, because I swear we don't get up in arms solely for the reasons you